Alright, so this is going to be another full game commentary. Leblanc versus Xerath. It's pretty one-sided in Leblanc's favor. Just because she's so mobile, and Xerath is an all-skill shot champion. So, and all his moves are very telegraphed. So, it's pretty easy to kind of move around his abilities and all in him, which you'll see here through the laning phase. So, he either has to take risks and come up to the creep wave, or just stay really far back and farm with his Q. Problem with staying far back all the time is that he struggles to proc his passive, which gives him more mana. So it's pretty straightforward. I think if I went E there instead of Q, I would have had to kill. One thing that you can do when you're debating how much damage you're going to do is just look at their starting magic resist. If they start with MR that's low 30s or 30, then if you have Ignite, a WE Ignite combo will kill them if they don't have a barrier or something like that. So, Xerath does not take a good ring page this game. He didn't take any magic resist. And you can kind of see that he has 30 magic resist. And I know just because I looked at his rune page prior to the game, but I also know that he doesn't have any magic resist. He has that low. When you take a full MR rune page, it'll be about 40. And that extra 10 is enough for you to survive ganks on top of, barrier or exhaust. So here, it's really important to roam when you can. You want to be very responsive to your jungler. I'm playing with the Shaco, so he's going to be invading a lot, and you want to be aware of those invades to help and respond immediately. And it just creates a snowball when you're able to respond. You sacrifice some farm, but you end up with more gold in the end. So I want to play on this side of the wave because I know that I'm ahead in experience, and I know that I can all in him because he doesn't have any magic resist. You can see how scared he is, and if you look at his mana pool, he was at half. He's regenerating, obviously, right now. But you want to make it so it's hard for him to get his passive off. So anytime he comes up to auto attack the creeps is when he's most vulnerable. So some stuff you're not going to prevent. Like I don't want to tower dive him because if he stuns me underneath tower, he can just straight up kill me. So I see this happening bot lane. So instead of just playing passive, I want to stop this and try to counter game this. So I see that Rek'Sai's coming this way. So I went ahead and killed him. And I know he's a little weak already because we had just killed him up here. So he's behind in experience. So I know that a full combo will most likely kill him. Whereas if he had one kill and he had already gone back to base, he might have came back with a ruby crystal, and a ruby crystal would prevent me from potentially killing him. So I just knew my damage in that situation. So I don't really love that. I'm gonna go ahead and push this out because I haven't gone back yet. You'll notice the farming frontier. It's pretty even. But this is because I've been moving here, I got a kill here, and then I went bot and I got a kill here. So he's had some free time to farm. But the roaming is what's putting me way far ahead. Having 2 kills within 5 minutes is huge. I'm not worried about his damage at all because I know that I can dodge most of it. So I'm just gonna go straight Merle and Automaton and just gonna sit middle and hope that I can kill Xerath. If I can outroam him, which I've already started to do, then that's better than trying to kill him over and over again. When in reality, Xerath is just gonna stay so far back, he's not gonna let you kill him. A good Xerath will. I don't believe this guy's that good. So I'm just gonna go for another roam here. I see Shaco bottom, and his red buff's up. So his item. So the combo that I did there, I don't rewind it. I did the highest damage combo possible, which was the chain Q, R chain, and then W. That's the strongest combo you can do on Leblanc, but it takes the longest to do damage. But in this situation, given his items, let's see, he went. So he doesn't have any MR or HP yet, but he's kind of naturally a little bit more tanky, and he has a little bit higher MR, 48, and higher health than like a typical mage, 891. So you want to do the highest damage combo when you know that you can get away with it. And it's version of block too. So Shaco starts to do this buff right here, but they're actually getting a game time over here. So I wanted to, this, as Leblanc, you want to have really good map awareness. That's half the battle there. We know that she's dead, so we're just gonna go for it. I'm waiting for Alistar to stun. Alistar wanted to get like a double stun from double stun on both of us, so I didn't want to W in. You W in first against Alistar. A good Alistar will knock you up and he'll prevent your stun. It's happened to me many times, and that's the only reason why I know it. So back to middle, all Xerath has been doing this entire time is pushing the lane. He has trouble roaming pre-6. He is 6 now, so Xerath's ult, he can come to like right here, and he can ult, and technically he can help out a gank going halfway. Similar to Twisted Fate in a sense, but he doesn't actually go all the way over there. So again, my goal here is push the lane, and roam. Push the lane and roam. I don't care if Xerath I didn't play this the best. So it's kind of unfortunate. So obviously we can go back. This was an obvious mistake on my part. So the combo on this is very, very simple. What I should have done, W chain onto the wreck side, ignite him immediately, W chain, ignite him, he's dead, and then Q, and then I should have Q'd the Callista. So Q'ing the Callista here would have prevented this entire tower dive right here. I mean, it wouldn't have prevented it, but they wouldn't be in this deep of a situation if she was just dead. So now I'm stuck chasing all the way over here, and I wasn't there to help them out, so it was unfortunate. That was definitely my mistake there. It wasn't anybody else's, but me. So, but that stuff happens. I mean, you don't play perfectly 24/7. So you can see that the gold is still pretty much even. I mean, I'm the only one that's doing very, very well. So it's like the game in this point is in my hands to really carry out and carry through all the way to the end. If I start doing bad, then all this ganking is for nothing. So you really want to keep the snowball going and make smart plays. So I can't really remember what I do here. One thing that you want to also look for is low towers, dragon. If the jungler's top side, the the rec size, he's just not doing well at all. He's very, very behind. My jungle isn't super ahead either, but he's more ahead of the rec side at least. So so I'm gonna see. I don't see any opportunity bottom to go gank. So I'm gonna roam top side just to see if there's anything that I can do. I just I missed out on one CS on the next wave. So there's a possibility that I can go up to this river and I see a potential opportunity to gank a lane. And I didn't lose anything for it. So I'm kind of wondering. I wish he could turn things off. Jax is really asking for help right now. I see Shaco up there. I should probably go up there to be honest, but instead I go backside. Probably not the best decision, but they were successful in that game anyway, and I think they end up taking it out. So I'm just trying to keep an eye inside of their jungle. I just constantly want to be poking into their jungle, seeing where their jungler is to make sure that they don't get too far. So that was good right there. I know that I can't 100% zero Xerath because he has a charm load, but all I want to do is bait this stun. I want to bait this stun and then W back. Or if he tries to stun my platform, just stay there. So you want to kind of be cognizant of where he tends to throw his stun. Is it to your platform or is it directly at you? So I see the gank happening right here. That they're potentially trying to go in. They don't end up going in, but and I don't think they see me here. And Rek'Sai just backs up and kind of like leaves Alistair to die. I maybe could have given that kill to Jhin, but I actually wasn't sure if the Alistair had flash. So again, we look at this game, and in 12 minutes, I'm 6-0, 80 CS. Xerath is 0-0-0, 95 CS. So yeah, he's ahead in farm, but his influence over this game has been nothing. He's basically a Xerath bot, just farming, healing in the lane. He's not doing anything. And he should be roaming. I'm not saying he's a good Xerath and I'm just owning him. He's not that good of a Xerath. And this is the difference between somebody who's playing like a one-trick pony versus somebody who is kind of playing a champion they don't typically play all the time. He doesn't know how to respond to these situations that I'm creating. He should be trying to roam down more. He should be a little bit more active in the lane rather than he's just giving it to me freely. So. Probably shouldn't be trying to own this guy. I tried for like a fancy play here and I almost got it, but she flashed. So it was almost because what happens here is I see her, I obviously want to avoid as much of her damage as possible. She just used 2 of her Qs, so her next Q is gonna knock me up if it hits me. So I know that I want to W flash to avoid that. So there's the flash, avoiding that. And then I see Xerath come around the corner, and he throws his stun out, easy platform back. I hate how. So I don't know if there's a ward in this bush. So there's actually no ward in this bush. So I should have taken advantage of this bush right here. You might as well take advantage. My goal was to get onto this side of the thing and just W back over, even though I'd be Wing into the enemy. But I don't think I knew that, or I was just not paying attention. So, but regardless, should have taken advantage of control and chained her from the bush. Whenever you chain from the bush, there's less of a time that they can react to the spell being cast. So, you know, mistakes happen. So this is really just taking control of his lane. Even with all the help that I've given them, Jin hasn't gotten any kills. I've got most of the kills. So you have to be weary whenever you're the one that ends up getting the kills on the roam. Just because you ganked a lane doesn't mean that, oh, all of a sudden, like, that lane's ahead and there should be no way that they can lose that lane now. No, that's not the case. If Jin ended up getting all the kills on the roam, then you can say possibly I don't need to help them out quite as much anymore. But he only got assists, so he's really not that far ahead. So just you want to keep that in mind as well. So I'm looking for a roam right here. Shaco kind of not much I can do there. I mean, I can't go past his turret. It was just bad positioning on his part to stay in that bush. But our Jax got blue, and he's doing really well against the Riven. He's a 50 CS ahead, and Jax will outscale the Riven. So it's up to the Riven to get ahead. This ult right here is not good. I mean, we can't just dive them, and you know. So obviously, you don't want to go on that. Knowing situations where you can go in versus situations where you can't. I think. So I was hoping I would just kill her. So here I got a little. I don't want to face check. You never want to face check a bush versus a high damage champion. So I tried to ward this bush. She kept running. I didn't have another ward, and I was trying to like bait her out of the bush, but it got a little too close, and she got right next to me. She doesn't kill me here, but I could have avoided a lot of that damage. So just try to keep your walk kind of outside the bush right here, and kind of always test their reaction. What are they gonna do when they're walking into the bush? And a lot of times, that particular combo that they're trying to do outside of the bush will might miss just barely, or it'll give you more reaction time to throw out a chain while they approach you from the bush. So just no longer face check. So at this point, the Rek'Sai, he's tilting right now. And he's going to actually keep doing this for most of the game. I'm really not sure why. He just starts like split pushing. This is a ranked game, by the way. So I'm not sure what his mindset is, but he just starts split pushing. And, you know, he helped us win the game quicker than we did, to be honest. So he was obviously dead, but I want to go over some like the thought process of both players here. So what ends up happening is his only way to escape me is if he can tunnel. If he can tunnel under a wall, and then my dash is on cooldown or something like that. So what I want to do is try to hit like a point blank snare or chain, and I just want to move with him. So and then right when he chains, I W with him, so it doesn't break the chain. So you want to know that one ability that is going to allow them to escape and play around that with your dash. So this tower's really low. It's basically for a high priority target there. So you'll probably hear me repeat this quite a bit, but it's so important to make sure of a couple things before you engage. One, you don't want to be the initiator, unless what you're doing is Wing in, like, if I were to W in right here and throw out a Q, I might be able to bait Alistar's knock, like dash forward, and then I can just W right back to my platform. That's the only time. The W from a distance and then spellcasting, and then using your other abilities is really the only kind of engagement trick that you'd want to do. Like, I would never W RW on top of them when I know that all of their stuns and everything are off CD. So I'm waiting until I see Jax. I'm not going to go in on this. So there. So this is really big right here because Jax engages. He uses his knock. He uses his dash. And he uses his knock up. So that's 1 CC. Here is Xerath's CC. Okay? And then she just used her CC right here. All of their CCs were just used right now. So this is the perfect time to go in. But target selection is another big priority. I don't want to go in here and focus the Alistar. The Xerath is behind. So really my top targets are going to be Callista and Riven. So because Riven's closer, I went ahead and I went for her. And I didn't have my ult, so I needed to be sure that my W hit the person that I went for. So she was stunned, I took advantage of the stun, and I W'd behind these minions right here, and I killed 2 of the minions, and immediately got a chain off. You see, I just dodged the Xerath stun there. So, and I'm on cooldown. I should have queued, but I started taking quite a bit of damage. So Jax was able to follow up, which is fine. So then we see Shaper come in right here. My ult's coming off of cooldown. My W is off of cooldown. That was an easy kill to finish off the Corsa there. So target selection. And again, you can see this right here. He is confident in the game. They could have easily come back to him, but he had convinced himself that the game was over. And now he's just split pushing. So we end up taking the turret. Look at the score. 913, 104 CS. Now Xerath is 30, about 30 CS above me, but this is nothing in comparison to 9 kills. It's nothing. So I don't care that I'm behind the CS. I've done more than my part to carry my team to a victory. So Infernal Dragon's up right now. So that's going to be our next point of contest. You always want to kind of get to, if you can, you want to get to the objective or to the point of interest, so to speak, before their team. And what that can do is just create pick situations. And allow you to, I actually want to look at this right here because I kind of messed this up. So what I should have done, I die here, unfortunately. So I know exactly how I should have played this team fight. The biggest ability that you really have to dodge is her knockup and like her stun. If you get hit by both her knockup and her stun, she's pretty much just gonna all in you and kill you because she can do her entire combo while you're stunned. So Q here is fine. What I'm doing, you just want to read her movements, see what she does. She has to move out of this thing. So I figured if I W'd into her, proc the mark, so I procced it. So there's her stun right there. Okay, now I have to dodge her knockup. I'm not out of the woods yet. why I didn't throw a chain immediately right here is beyond me. It's just a mistake on my part. Boom. Easy chain into... See, I should have chained and then W back. Or I should have chained and moved over here a little bit and then W back to create distance. And what you want to do is when you're Wing back, before you W, try to create as much distance from you and the platform as possible. So draw them away from the platform and then hit your W again to go back. And you're still, so you're creating distance from your new location. So now, so she would have been chained, she would have been snared like right here. And honestly, a Q, R, Q would have just killed her immediately. But instead, I missed the chain, I do it way late. Try to dodge roll. She actually gets confused, and she ends up ulting my image, which is, I'm curious as to why she thought that my image. It was overall just terribly played, but you can see by reviewing your games, you can easily find the correct combination you should have done, and that's what reinforces that game, is looking at your mistakes, knowing your mistakes, and eventually you'll start doing the right combos in those situations. So it is what it is. I totally should not have died to Riven. She was 1 in 4. She has no MR at all. It was an easy kill. It was 100% just an easy kill. I could have even just used RQ and W chain, depending on, because the Q and then the RQ and the proc, that's gonna take over half her HP just right there. So in that situation, when she sees half her HP gone before even dashing towards me, she might just run away. And when she's running, I can just W chain her when she's in like a flight or fear state. And most likely just get the kill that way. Easy kill on Xerath right now. So now we have this lead, but we didn't gain this lead until we started taking these objectives. That's when the real lead happens, is getting the objectives, not having 6 kills, 0 deaths, not even having 10 kills, 0 deaths. Yes, you as an individual have a lead, but that lead will not translate to you winning a game if you don't take objectives as well and think strategically. So I'm not the best at taking Baron, so what I prefer to do is get wards up, deep wards up, and just try to make a pick. Nobody came, they just straight up gave it up, and we ended up doing good. So get Baron. So this game, because I'm doing so well, I went pure offense. There's not really anybody in this game that I'm worried about. That's why I went pure offense. So normally I'd go, Morello Abyssal, or like Morello Zonia's, or some type of hybrid defense offense AP item. But I was so far ahead, I didn't feel like I needed to. So I'm more focused on making picks. I'm really not sure if there's a ward in here. What I didn't do this game, and I guess I should have, was upgrade my trinket into an Oracle Lens. Some games I do, some games I don't. It just kind of depends on how well the game is going. But this game, I should have upgraded to the Oracle Lens, 100%. So we're pushing in. We have Baron. No reason not to try to end this game right now. Should figure that. So they're so focused on me right here, but I haven't like used any abilities yet. See, Riven hasn't done anything. She did do damage to me, but that entire time, Jax was just whereas this exhaust should be on jacks. You know, it should be saved. So much of their team is over here that, you know, it's easy for us to win a team fight. I didn't really do anything this fight. All I did was bait Alistar and Riven to kind of, so easy one here. So this just kind of displays the importance of roaming, and when a champion like Xerath is just playing super passive, it's important to know, like, don't try and force the kill onto the Xerath. Just roam. Don't worry about farm, don't worry about him catching up in farm. You make proper roams to top or bot, and you know that's gonna be 100 times better than trying to force some type of a kill on the mid laner. As you can see, he didn't do anything this game. So, hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, but love to hear them. And be sure to check out my stream. I stream almost every day, but Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. So, see you soon.